Hello, it's Theresa, one half of Literary Intoxicated, and today I'm going to do the end of the year book tag. We'll start off with the first question, and the first question, I have notes down here, so if I look down, that's what I'm looking at. The first question are there any books you've started this year that you need to finish? And not really. As I've been working from home since April, I haven't really been reading all that much, but I set aside a Christmas TBR that I want to read through. So the books that I want to finish as far as that goes would be The Bear and the Nightingale by Catherine Arden. I started this on Cozy Read at Night, and that was on Friday. I got to chapter 3. I haven't had a chance to pick it back up yet. So I want to hopefully finish reading this by the end of the year. If not, of course, I'll just continue right into January. Excuse me. The other book that I would like to finish by the end of the year, I haven't even started this one yet, is the Valancourt book of Victorian Christmas ghost stories. Like I say, I haven't started this book yet. It's just under 300 pages, and I'm really kind of hoping to read that before the end of the year. Some of the stories, there's a couple of there's 4 anonymous authors. One by Arthur Conan Doyle, and really that's the only other name I recognize, but yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into this. Haven't started it yet, and finish reading that by the end of the year. Question number 2 is, do you have an autumnal book to transition into the end of the year? Now, I'm not really certain I understand what that question means. The way I'm reading is, do I have an autumnal book that brings me into the autumn/fall? And because that's what I'm thinking the question is asking, I'm going to go with Ali Smith's Autumn. Let me see. I'm not sure if I have all 4 of them now, and I think this is the first one that I've read, but I didn't read it this autumn. Question 3, it says, a new release I'm still waiting for. And I do have one that I'm still waiting for. That's the second book in the Dreamer trilogy by Maggie Stiefvater. Oh. Let me see if I can find out what the actual name is. I read, what is it? Call Down the Hawk? Calling Down the Hawk? Call Down the Hawk. Call Down the Hawk, which was the first book in the Dreamer trilogy. And what this is if you've read The Raven Cycle, which is one of my favorite YA series. I absolutely love it. I've read it once, the whole thing. I've listened to it numerous times. I just find it absolutely fabulous. So Call Down the Hawk kind of takes off where The Raven Cycle begins, where The Raven Cycle takes off. It's about Adam and Ronan, and then it introduces some more characters, and at first I was like, I'm not sure I like these characters, but then I really got to love them. And so only thing is, I'm not so sure about these names in the book. The second book that I'm waiting for, that I believe is going to be released in May of 2021, I have already pre-ordered it, is Mr. Impossible. Let me see if I can just get a picture of the cover of the book. Okay, there you go. Can you see that? I mean, to put it in front of my face. Mr. Impossible. Yeah, so I'm really excited to read that. I have to wait all the way to May, but, you know, I've already pre-ordered it. It's just going to come, boom, and I'll be so excited. Number 4 is, what 3 books do I want to read before the end of the year? And it's the same these two, which were the Victorian Christmas Ghost Stories, The Bear and the Nightingale, and I forgot to mention before, Christmas Days by Jeanette Winterson, like that. I'm listening to this one, and I'm hoping to have that read by the end of the year as well. Actually, I'm kind of hoping to have that one read by Christmas, but we'll see, because like I've mentioned in previous videos, is I usually do all my audiobook listening to on my commute to and from work, and I have been working from home since April, so I've lost that opportunity to listen to books. So I've been trying to remember to listen to books like before I go to sleep, but then I also run into the problem of falling asleep in the middle of listening to them. So, you know, I gotta work that out. But there's that. And then the last question. The last question is, am I making any reading plans for 2021? And I've never really been one for making reading plans. I've always just kind of read on a whim. But towards the end of this year, I was thinking, and I tried to do it, but I have great ambition. I'm not a very fast reader, so, you know, kind of like the reading version of my eyes are bigger than my stomach. But I do want to start setting up seasonal TBRs, like books to read in winter and books to read in spring and summer and fall. So I want to do that, which gives me, you know, 3 months to read some books instead of just like a TBR monthly, which gives me, you know, less time to read those books. Although I am trying to look into, I'm looking into figuring out what month corresponds with cats. You know, like Saturday is Catter Day. And I'm trying to figure out if there's a month like that. If there is a month like that. And I have a few books that that have cat in the title, and I want to like do like Catember or something, where I just read all the books I have, or as many as I can with cat in the title. I thought that would be kind of fun. But as far as 2021 goals, that's all I really have, because like I said, I read on a whim. I have a lot of books on my shelves, and I just kind of, unfortunately, instead of reading the books on my shelves, I go and I go, oh, this one sounds interesting, and I'm going to get that book, and I read that. And a lot of times I get that book, and then I bring it home, and I don't read that. I read something else. But I'm going to try and start setting up some TBRs. That's what I'm going to be doing. And that's it for those questions. Let me just double check and make sure there is anything on the back of my paper. No. And that's my end of the year book tag. And seeing how as I'm a new booktuber and nobody even knows I exist, I'm not going to bother to tag anybody. If you want to do it, go ahead and do it. Most all booktubers have done this already, and if they haven't, they're going to do it soon. So there you have it. Thanks for tuning in. Please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you feel so inclined to subscribe, please do, but no pressure. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye.